Robert Eggers' fourth feature film Nosferatu demonstrates his mastery of slow-burn horror and command of character development, and it made me more excited than ever about the series he was rumored to be developing. Nosferatu features Scream King Bill Skarsgård as the fearsome undead vampire Count Orlok, who terrorizes a seaside German city in the 1830s with his particular brand of psychic torment, infestation, and bloodletting. Like all Eggers feature films, Nosferatu has been met with critical acclaim for its incredible attention to detail, world-building, and cinematography. While Eggers' other movies have featured supernatural beings, including a witch, a mermaid, an undead king, and a winged valkyrie, none of them have ever put the creature or entity at the forefront until Nosferatu. While the ultra-talented cast give unforgettable performances in their roles, the movie is completely stolen by Skarsgård's Count Orlok. After seeing the impact Eggers made by making a monster the centerpiece of a movie, I'm more excited than ever for him to finally follow through on a TV series that was first in development nearly a decade ago before being put on ice. Robert Eggers was reportedly developing a series on Grigory Rasputin. The series would have followed the rise and fall of the Russian mystic, the King's Man Rasputin. All the way back in 2016, just after the release of his first feature film, The Witch, Deadline reported that Robert Eggers had been hired to write and direct a 6 to 8 episode limited series based on the life of Grigory Rasputin, the notorious Russian mystic whose influence grew in the early 20th century. The series would reportedly have covered his entire life, from growing up impoverished in Siberia, to his rise to power at the right hand of Tsar Nicholas II, and finally his grisly assassination in St. Petersburg in 1916. Very few details are known about the project's early development, aside from the fact that Eggers would have been responsible for writing and directing it, as he has with all his projects. The series never wound up being greenlit for one studio production reason or another, and the fact that Eggers likely would have intended to shoot on-site in Russia, which is far more difficult now due to the current geopolitical state, was probably one of the major complications. Since the initial announcement, Eggers has released The Lighthouse, The Northman, and now Nosferatu with no real updates on the series. Nosferatu shows why Eggers is the best person to tackle Rasputin. Eggers' ability to explore the nature of evil is perfect for the Russian villain. I firmly believe that Nosferatu was Eggers' best movie yet, largely due to how strong the character work was. All the credit in the world goes to the ultra-talented cast that brought the story to life, but Eggers' script was excellent with regard to how the characters were developed. His build-up and revealing of Count Orlok's motivations and the depth of his evil was masterfully executed, and perfectly paced. He was able to communicate the gravitas and depth of Count Orlok's evil, which gives me great confidence that he would be able to fully convey the madness of Grigory Rasputin. Lily Rose Depp's Ellen Hutter was the other centerpiece of the narrative, and her internal struggle with guilt and her own evil nature also provides evidence that Eggers is perfect for Rasputin. If the series is meant to cover the mystic's entire life, then there will need to be some true character development as he progresses from a Siberian peasant to one of the most influential figures in Russia. Watching Rasputin slowly go mad as he becomes more depraved and evil is an extremely exciting notion, knowing it would be Eggers' hands molding the transformation. That internal struggle against the evil and madness within is a common theme in Eggers' work. For example, Thomasin, Anya Taylor-Joy, turns from an innocent and pure teenage girl into a willing servant of Satan himself over the course of The Witch. Likewise, Thomas Howard, Robert Pattinson, is tormented by his past crimes while slowly slipping into madness in The Lighthouse, while Amleth, Alexander Skarsgård, is a prisoner of his own berserker rage and need for vengeance, causing him to deny a peaceful life of love and family. Rasputin's rise and fall would be right in Eggers' wheelhouse. What the future looks like for Eggers' Rasputin series. It may still happen in the near future. Count Orlok's eyeline in extreme close-up in Nosferatu. Eggers' Rasputin series is far from dead, even if there hasn't been any forward progress on it. In an interview with Variety, Eggers was asked directly about the series, but he brushed it aside, saying, "I don't think I'll be shooting on location in Russia anytime soon." That isn't an indication that it isn't still technically in development or on Eggers' mind, though. Rumors suggest that Eggers has at least 5 projects in the works, including a medieval movie titled The Night, and even a movie set in the universe of the iconic 1986 fantasy movie Labyrinth. The Rasputin series could certainly be one of the other projects still on Eggers' plate. He has demonstrated plenty of enthusiasm for taking on The Mad Monk since the series was originally announced, and it may still be in the pipeline in the near future. Given the financial and critical success of Nosferatu, it seems likely that Eggers will continue to earn more opportunities to pursue his passion projects, and bigger budgets with which to do it.